So I've got three examples here that I wanted to run through. And these are all based on databases that are based at EBI. So PRIDE is a proteomics database for large-scale protein studies. So it's the proteins and their cellular activities, and scientists share, discover, and reanalyze data from various experiments. Now, the PRIDE team have this data in their database, but what they're using Europe PMC for, and they're using the Europe PMC APIs to access the full text that they're allowed to access. And what they're doing is they've developed some models that are able to detect where other data is mentioned around the same place as the data that they have, and that it's of relevance. So it's not just any accession number mentioned in the same article, it's actually detecting this piece of data that's in a different database is of relevance to this. And then they're making that link in their database. So this enables their users to be able to actually get a wider context. So when they're looking for a piece of data in PRIDE, they've got these links to other data sets. So it really helps with the understanding and the kind of extra knowledge that this can garner to users. So my second example, if we can move the slide, thank you, is PFAM. So PFAM, it's a database of protein domain families. Now, I don't want to get into the details of this, but basically proteins have functional subunits that are called domains. And these are all pretty common. Like you can have common domains across different proteins. And if you know the DNA sequence of a domain and you know what its function is in a really commonly studied protein, you can extrapolate out for other proteins that are maybe less well studied. So the PFAM team, what they're doing is they're using the Europe PMC API to find the full text, and then they're finding snippets that describe the protein domain within the text. And then they're using that to provide a summary of the protein family. And so this helps users of this database to predict functions and identify potential drug targets from that. So my final use case is the identification of drug targets. So Open Targets is a pre-competitive platform that is developed in collaboration with pharmaceutical industry and EBI, and it's an open source platform. And what it's doing is helping for the identification and prioritization of drug targets. And so what they're doing there is in collaboration with people in the Europe PMC team, we're using the full text and data mining out for genes, drugs, diseases that we found using machine learning models, and then also associations. So when there are relationships between these entities. And then this information is then hosted, delivered to the Open Targets platform, where it's added in with lots of other data and information from other databases, which is creating a body of evidence for drug development selection, which really speeds up the process for clinical trials and basically kind of drug development overall.